So I got a comment on my first Audra Winter video that made me see the situation in a whole new light, and it's too good to leave in the comment section. So I read AOS, that's Age of Scorpius. My niece lent it to me when the drama started. I'm also autistic, diagnosed back in '98. I don't actually care about it being materially poorly written. It has made me concerned that younger autistic people don't know our history, though. I kept waiting for the eugenics narrative to start, as the world she created would be a breeding ground for eugenicists. And it often felt like she was foreshadowing it, but it never pays off. Eugenics has been a direct threat to our existence as autistic people for nearly 100 years. It is the dark cloud that follows us all constantly. The things they've done to us, and still to this day plan to do, is so horrific that I struggle to dwell on it. Yet it didn't occur to Audra that her world would be full of them. How is she not aware of the group that seeks to destroy her? And how is she naive enough not to see those trends in her own writing? It has scared me that the youth don't know our histories and tragedies. Big thank you to that commenter for leaving that very interesting analysis. So I did not read Age of Scorpius. So my analysis was constrained mostly to Audra's content and the actions that she's taken. And my videos are now a little outdated because I had filmed them before she went all girl boss. I think we've established at this point that failure to recognize the existential threat posed to autistic people through eugenics is part of Aspie supremacy. So if you're autistic or AuDHD and you did read Age of Scorpius, I would love to know if you found the content of it to be Aspie supremacist. This is another really interesting facet of the story to me as an autistic AuDHD author. I am 10 plus years older than Audra, but I was late diagnosed. I was only diagnosed in 2021. I wrote two autistic main characters into my novel, The Hooper Girl's Guide to High Society. One with moderate support needs. She has lots of sensory issues and she struggles with nonverbalism. I knew starting out that I wanted to give her the main love story because it's still too uncommon to see autistic characters getting the prince. But as I waded further into my research, I realized that this is 1928. She has the constant threat of institutionalization hanging over her. It's a high-profile relationship with the heir of the patriarch that controlled the whole economy of this small town. It's only the first stages of a romance, too. It's not a long-term relationship. It's a crush and kind of a date. That is enough to start the judgment of the people around her. And whenever the judgment of society starts up again, that threat of institutionalization comes rearing back. I end up only mentioning it like twice in the whole book, but it's at key points so that you know that if this relationship goes badly, she's going to end up in a sanatorium. So yeah, I agree. I think one of the most important points of autistic representation is not just the autistic character themselves, but also how society treats them.